Today is May 12th, and baseball may be coming back. MLB offered an official proposal to the Players Union, and the Players Union said, no, thank you. So let's talk about that, and let's answer your questions. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old Jomboy and Jake. Recaps galore and weekly awards. Stat lines, steaming hot takes. Your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy and Jake.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on Talkin' Yanks and hanging out for a little bit. My name is Jimmy, and I have my good friend Jake rocking a ton of JOMBOY Media merch right now, looking good in his glasses, hip hip Jorge Bamtino, the captain 1990s Yankees shirt. Jake, how you doing?
Nailed it. You're JOMBOY gearing too. You got the Talking Baseball going. Company men through and through. Doing okay, James.
I wasn't wearing this, but I went on TV, so I put it on.
That'll do it. Where were you?
Fox 5. I think that's
nice.
that's their. What's that?
Cervasio? Who are you with?
Mac something. I feel bad that I don't remember.
Okay. Shout out Mac some. Nice. I'm glad you got dressed up for them.
Exactly.
Right, man.
I laugh at it, but I'm like, I'm going on Fox. I got to put on a hoodie.
Oh, dude, that's no joke. I got my JOMBOY stuff here today, and it's still sometimes when it comes in the bag, it's got like a little vinegar smell to it, and I went vinegar mode, so I'm riding it out. Had some lower moments today. The weekend was kind of nice. I kind of had a nice weekend. And then, yeah, that Monday kind of come down, but the baseball news comes out that they have a proposal in place. And yeah, I don't know. You and I are now kind of within the walls of all this. And as it's exciting news, it's also scary and daunting news because one bad tweet or one bad conversation within the walls of baseball, and baseball could be screwed for like 2 years. So little on edge. But hey, where people are trying, and we'll believe in those powers to get something done. And boy, do I hope they do.
Yeah, right. I forgot to do this, but this episode of Talking Yanks is brought to you by Michael Fraunberger, Mikey Froze, and Chris Cooper, who's been a Patreon member, and he's in the chat right now. So I'm tuning in, but he must have re-upped or something. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Mike. We appreciate it.
Lesser known CC.
Lesser known, yeah. Those are our most recent Patreons at patreon.com/talkingyanks. Help support us. Get to be in the live chat. Live chat's active right now. So cool. Yeah, we're going to take some questions after we talk about the MLB proposal. But before that, a little groundskeeping. Just wanted to let everyone know that we're officially switching the voicemail episode to Monday. And the interview / whatever the other episode is till Friday, because trying to do interviews on Monday and also not work on Saturday and Sunday is very hard. So it's just kind of a dumb method we had going. So we're switching. Monday will be voicemail. Now you can call your leave voicemails over the weekend when you're all liquored up and having fun.
Yeah, when you have a couple and you got something you want to get off your chest, right? Andrew Hart second. Oh, you sent it, and we still might not play it, but
eventually, maybe by early July, we'll go back to our normal schedule, which is 2 series recaps a week plus voicemails plus sharp stats. Until then, it'll be Monday and Friday, or Tuesday and Friday, I should say. Sorry, and Tuesday will be voicemails, and Friday will be interview, what have you. So let's go into this, Jake. I
just had an emotion flashback.
Emotions.
So good. Walk with me. We just finished up the weekend series. The Yanks either won the series on Sunday or lost the series on Sunday in dramatic fashion. And we're either riding high on the Sunday podcast or we're running pretty low on the Sunday podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it used to always be funny that we'd kick into the Monday voicemails and it would seem like that series was so long ago because you'd either have the Monday game or you'd be moving on or somebody got hurt or something and be like, what? Baseball was played 18 hours ago? So yeah, haven't felt that sensation in a while.
It's because they're therapeutic. Like all the emotions that we feel, and this is going to be in the future. Like we're talking the past tense, like this is like never going to happen again, like an old loved one. But no, all the emotions that you feel from that Sunday series, we empty into the podcast. And then when Monday came around, it felt like, oh, that's gone. We did it. It's over with.
Whew.
It's a good feeling. So anyway, MLB finalized their proposal and sent it to the players union. And it was a 50-50 revenue split. So whatever money the owners make, the players get 50% of it. And the players said, nope, that is a non-starter. We're not even touching that. So, I don't know. It's a bad start. I mean, it's an awful start.
Bad start.
It's as bad of a start to negotiations as you can have when it's a non-starter. It's like showing up to a track race without feet.
Non-starter. Oh, what? I've seen that done. No,
Wheelchair
non-starter.
Olympics.
Non-starter is about as bad as it gets for the start, for sure. So I don't know, man. Again, you and I, we have some little birdies around, not too much, but the owners are trying to cover their butts from what they view as money losses this year. The players and the union, for so long considered the strongest union in sports, they have always been guaranteed contracts and have never done the revenue share because that's something they do in the salary cap sports, and Major League Baseball is supposed to not be salary cap. It's going to be ugly. I think you and I, it would have been funny to see our emotions over like 15-minute cycles today, because I think, you and I have been looking into this a lot, and we knew there would be a first proposal and it probably gets shot down, but who knows what it looks like. And then it just seemed like a storm was brewing all day today, and it's going to be a fight. And it goes into teams and how they value the teams, but they don't consider that income, and the players, what are they willing to give up? And as of now, it seems like nothing, because they don't want to set the precedent. So I mean, it's a scary little area we're in right now. You wonder what happens, and nobody is going to be excited for any of these conversations during a goddamn pandemic. So that's the exciting part.
It is scary. Did you see I tweeted out my actual meter?
I did. I think you're getting into slippery territory, because for those that know your voice, I love the meter. I love the meter update, but I think you're going to get a lot of people that aren't tuned into the meter. The meter
I'll tweet one out again tomorrow, maybe later tonight. Basically, every time Rosenthal or Passan give us an update, I'll update my meter. And my meter only has 2 levels, yes or no. Do I think baseball will be played? Yes or no. Only 2 options. Right.
So that's good. That'll help the meter.
Yeah.
That'll help the meter.
Right now, it's a no. Because a non-starter, it's a tough place to start, man.
Quite literally a non-starter to start.
Like, the MLB put a lot of work into that proposal, and they got nexted. Next. So, it's not good. Hey, from a
non-starter, why don't we use an opener? I'll tweet that. 15 likes, done.
From a business perspective, Jake, fuck revenue shares. I'm out. You want the players' talents? Pay them. I know that's not the that doesn't represent this situation well, because this situation is unprecedented and it's so weird. And maybe if there's a even if they put in the clause like only for 2020 season, cannot be used moving forward, because that's what the players are worried about. Hey, if we set the precedent now that we only get paid what they say they earned and stuff like that, then that's bad. I mean, I read today that the players union doesn't even see the revenue. They don't see contracts with TVs and they don't see like the official gates. They just get told bits and pieces of numbers. And also, like, if you're in the media business, that's how that game works. And it just blows our mind every time.
Teams' books are private.
Yeah.
And I think that might be a fun song and dance where the players say, yeah, open up the books. Let's see what it looks like. So yeah, that'll be a nice, ugly little plot twist. God, I don't know. You just hope cooler heads prevail at some point, whether it is the players union and Tony Clark and it's all this kind of machismo stuff with signs of weakness too, where it's like, hey, maybe if you're worried about a sign of weakness, how about we say we're only doing this during the pandemic? Like, you think there could be logic there. But hey, the first sign to say something like that is showing weakness.
Dude, so, precedent
I don't know,
is such
man.
a weird thing. Like with laws and stuff, like fair use laws on YouTube are all based on like a precedent set in like, I don't know, is it 2012 or whatever? When was it? And like, that's like, it's just one case that one judge decided. And now that's the law. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know, man. Cause I understand what they're saying. Like, hey, and also something we heard from the player side of things was, what if there's another pandemic in another year? Then maybe this precedent doesn't matter for a regular non-pandemic season, but what if this happens in 10 years? They're going to say, well, when that pandemic hit, this is what happened. So that's why they don't want to just fold or give in, because who knows if Corona comes back in 3 years or the next thing comes back, and then they look at this or any shortened season. Like, you got to think about the future, and the union has always thought about the future and always held its ground as best as possible. But from the players' perspective, they would lose a ton of money if they had to pay just the prorated amount. I think one owner said he'd lose $150,000 a day. Like, every time they hosted a game without fans, he would lose $150,000. And it's 81 games. And there's calculators that can do that math, but I can't.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, for me, this is kind of a statement that I've always come back to, and I know it's not perfect, but there's going to be other revenue streams. Like, yes, the parking will be gone and the tickets and the gate, and who knows, maybe there will be limited fans at some point. We've seen some 6 feet away type fan stuff. Maybe none of it happens. It sucks that you have to preface all of that, but I think there will be some new TV deals and stuff, and you want it because, hey, let's all be humans for a second. I want everyone to get their money. I want the owners and the players to get their money. And I feel like there is money to be out there, whether there's some kind of new TV deals. And maybe it's not all the money there was supposed to be. Because guess what? Again, pandemic. Just keep saying that word. If you find yourself in a tight spot, say pandemic. You're having a bad day, say, oh, global pandemic, because that's what we're doing. So I don't know. But again, that's where the whole game of chicken gets really tricky, because, hey, what if we opened up the books and saw some revenue and the player said, hey, we just want to make our stuff what we said in that first handshake deal. If the revenue fills up that you guys can pay us. Like, you wish it worked in a perfect world like that, but it just does not. And it's if you're big on the social media, you're gonna see a lot of hot takes and a lot of cold takes coming up.
Where's your meter out? If this is not scared. Tell me, and this is, I'm so scared. Tell me when to stop.
Oh, today was a disaster. Today's flatline.
You're scared?
Today's an absolute flatline. I'd say when we talked to Jeff Passan on Talkin Baseball, I was convinced that there would be baseball in some format this year. After today, like I'm just not. When you come, again, think it almost sounds childish that a starting negotiating contract has a non-starter in there. And again, who knows how all this plays out. But even with this fact, think about that. Someone at the end of the day is going to look like an asshole. Because either, let's say the owners come off of that, they're going to look like assholes for starting there. Or if the players come off of that, they look weak for saying that was our non-starter, but apparently it wasn't a non-starter. It's so dumb.
It's a PR nightmare for both sides.
Yeah.
It's a PR nightmare for both sides. And I thought maybe the next move is a deferred money idea instead of the revenue share. It's a hard no. There's still creative ways to find a middle ground. The health concern is also like pretty huge. Yeah. It's a lot of players seem to come out, like Doolittle, who we had on Talking Baseball and was awesome. He made a lengthy thread about like there's players with underlying conditions, and if we're playing at our home stadiums, then we're traveling, we're going back to our families. They need to buy groceries. It's just like there's 1,000 employees then, so. It's. I mean, this is what we kind of like. I know we danced around. We thought it was good. We thought it was bad. But from the start, I remember even before Jake, we quarantined. Like, so it must have been 1 week into it because we were recording at the office. We were like just going through the logistics of it, and I was like, "This is a nightmare. Like, this is impossible. It's an impossible puzzle to put together between these two sides and the health and the travel and the logistics." So. Hopefully the second starter is good enough to be a first starter.
Hey, that's sounds like the 2018 Yankees. 11 likes.
Why the 2018?
Just because like that was the conversation, like, Sevy, Tanaka, Paxton, they're all like twos, but they don't have the true one. Remember how excited we were when we signed Garrett Cole, best pitcher in baseball?
2019 Yankees, did you mean?
Oh yeah, throw them in there too.
Okay, all right, cool.
Never been a years pod.
You've never. You're on record saying you're not a years guy.
Not a years guy. I'm a decades guy, though. That's where you trip me up with the years.
I'm a years guy.
I need to be in the right area code.
I'm a years guy. You give me, you give me a movie, you give me a TV show, you give me an album. I'll tell you what year it came out in.
I'm talking about saying the wrong year. Like you were doing the 2019-2009 thing, remember?
Oh yeah, I can't say them correctly. But I know
exactly.
them. Yeah, I know them. Yeah, I've gotten a lot better because now I say 2019, 2020.
We're a knowing years pod. We're not a saying years pod.
Yeah, although you're not good at knowing years, seasons via the year
either.
BBD, did you write all that down just in case anyone asks?
BBD.
It's tough to keep track of, but I think I got it.
Okay. I mean, a little honesty there. And if you want more on that, I know we plugged the Talking Baseball stuff, but that's the forum to kind of talk about it. So let's do some fun Yankee stuff.
Let's do some fun Yankee stuff. Do 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 do. And the first fun Yankees thing that we will do on this show is listen to this.
It is high. It is far. It is gone. Tulo-Hitsky, the man of Troy, homers to right.
Tulo-Hitsky, the man of Troy.
Jeez.
You like that one?
Pretty not bad.
I have like a bunch of random Sterling calls in here. Do one more, then we'll answer some questions.
That ball is high.
Okay.
It is far. It is gone. Gio Urshela, the most happy fella. The most happy fella. He homers his first Yankee home run, a jolt to left center. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead.
That made me happy and sad all at the same time. Just hearing Sterling's voice.
It's the story, the story of the damn pandemic.
BBD, we asked on Twitter and on Instagram for some just questions because we changed the scheduling for the Tuesday show to be voicemails, but we didn't prep you guys to ask voicemails, so we're just doing Twitter questions, Instagram questions. Having some fun riding out this day that got us both down. Got any, BBD? Are you facilitating these?
You ready?
Yep.
I can be.
Facilitate me, David.
Let's see. Not all of them are necessarily fun questions because a lot of them are kind of about the proposal, but that's kind of what we knew going in. But then you said they were fun just now.
Healthy mix.
Let's see. Chris from Peru. So add that to the map.
No. Map is voicemails only.
Ooh,
all right.
that's
You're not getting added to the map.
I'm
Chris
strict
from
on
Peru.
that. Yeah, I'm strict on that.
All right, leave a voicemail. Do you think at some point in his career, Judge changes positions? It's kind of a frequent debate.
At some point in his career, like as open-ended as that, yeah. Like I don't think Judge, if he lasts out.
He says later, but
yes. I'll say yes. I mean, it's
Aaron
very
Judge
open.
at first base would be a blast.
He'd be talking a lot.
Dude, he would stand on the base all the time for whenever a base runner came over, so they'd look extra small.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Look
like
down at them.
The most demeaning first baseman of all time could be Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, he'll go to first. I mean, full-time DH might be in his future. That was part of the proposal, that 2020 season is going to have a full-time DH.
Oh, the strategy, Jim.
Yeah.
there's a big universal DH day on Twitter.
Do you like having your stud pitcher pulled in the 5th inning so the backup bench player can come in to hit? And then also you double switch, so now your backup fielder's in the field too. So instead of having your good pitcher on the mound and 2 starting professional hitters, you have a bad pitcher on the mound and 2 worse offensive players. Can I interest you in strategy? Next. Sorry, Evan Roberts. I apologize.
Why do you like talking about baseball?
Oh, awesome.
Good
I like
question.
talking about baseball
Good question.
because baseball is the great equalizer. Like we talked about, it can be any size. You just have to have this weird skill. I also think that baseball during a game breathes conversation. And, you know, what's this pitch going to be? What's that pitch going to be? There's so many ebbs and flows because there's so many games. If you're a week out, you're behind, you know? Oh, Curtis Granderson, he's in a slump. No, Dad. The last 3 games, he has 6 hits. You're behind. It's a tough thing to keep up with. It's nonstop. It's ever moving. I love it.
It's alive. It's an amoeba.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Yeah, competition, sports, we're just really into that. And I'd say every 4 days I have a moment where like I go, oh my God, there's no sports.
My dad and I had an interesting thought. We were watching some shows and talking about how in cricket, the manager of the cricket team,
Sure.
it's like he can't do anything during gameplay. He has no say. You know, like no maneuverability. And also in Australia, they have netball, same thing. Like besides halftime adjustments, like soccer, very similar. we're talking about American sports, are all about managing and strategy. And a lot of other countries, you go out there and you play and the manager takes the back seat for that time. Like he preps you and then the team goes and plays and the captain can move things. But baseball, football, nonstop, even hockey with line changes and like maneuvering constantly is a very interesting thought. I wonder if anyone's ever done a deep dive into that.
I think soccer has more of that than we're probably privy to. I mean, they'll move their backs up or they'll play more aggressive down the sides and the coach gets involved. So I think soccer has a good argument for maybe a sport like football and things like that. They have set plays too.
Rugby, set plays, but rugby was another one. Like rugby never stops. You just go.
Yeah.
But American sports are very strategical from a manager's sense. Like there's a puppeteer.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Always thinking.
In the chat, Chris Ferry asked a good question that we've answered on John Boy Jake Radio, but haven't said it on one of the main podcasts. So did we pick our KBO team yet?
No, I'm out on the KBO. I'm not going to watch KBO. I was trying to act like I was going to watch it, and I think everyone is playing that game, like ironically watching the KBO and talking about it as if they actually find it interesting, and I think everyone's just faking it, and I'm just not going to play that game, so I'm out.
I'm a strictly morning KBOer. If I wake up early enough and there's a game on, and I think I'm leaning the Giants. Sung-Min Kim works for them, and he's nice to us, and that's all it takes, people. That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's good for you. Who's winning? Yeah. Are the Dinos still the best team?
Dinos are doing good. Giants are doing good. I think there's one other team that got off to a hot start.
The Heat?
Not the Heat. I don't think so.
I think LG Twins are doing well, but I think I just see a lot of people rooting for the LG Twins.
Yeah.
So it could go either way.
Okay. Can't be
another question.
Twins, they're already a team.
Wow.
That's the truth. Well, what's the next question?
So we sort of answered this question in the past, but it's asking about two specific guys. Which pitcher benefits the most from extra time off, Montgomery or Paxton?
Paxton. Did Gumby get re-injured in spring and I'm forgetting about it?
Don't believe so.
Because he pitched at the end of last year. He had a regular offseason. So Paxton was
still
injured.
Building up some arm strength a little bit, I guess.
Sure, but Paxton, like, big time benefits.
He was hurt. Yeah.
I'm going to go Paxton.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say the only catch-22 I'd have on the other end of that is Paxton would be an upcoming free agent. And, like, if you have, like, 2 bad starts, that could kind of fuck up your free agency.
That's true. Yeah.
But Paxton being healthy.
Yeah, he might not miss a game now. He's already throwing simulated innings to his dog.
Sim games, that's
what I meant.
That reminds me.
I got something I got to get off my chest.
Oh,
sorry,
get it
BBD.
off your chest, Jake.
I've seen a lot of people saying I've seen the argument come back out that it's like, oh, players aren't even going to have time to get ready. Like, I'm sorry. I know pitchers got to build up their arms and see some live at bats, but also you are a major league pitcher. Like, go twirl the pill a little bit. Like, you shouldn't be showing up. If everything goes smoothly from here on out, like, I don't know, you shouldn't be showing up day one and being like, oh, I'm 12 pitches max today. Like, and everyone we've talked to has been keeping the gun hot. So I guess I just don't like seeing that argument on the internet.
They're usually wrong. I think that's just what you have to tell them. Pitchers are pitching right now. They're staying in shape. So
what else are they doing?
Nothing. Wondering. Probably a good amount.
Sitting, waiting, wishing.
You believe in superstition. What's up next?
Before we get there, going back to last episode when we were talking about the packs and throwing simulated games, I believe I read somewhere that it's against like other players near him in Wisconsin. So they're just like, I mean, that's just not quarantining, but
so it's not
they're getting together. He's
his
guys.
wife umpiring and his dog playing catcher.
Wearing a glove on his throwing hand.
Pretty much.
Okay. Solid update.
So the next
disappointing
next
update,
question,
if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Ryan Cohen on Twitter asked which Yankee is definitely wearing a face mask everywhere they go, and which Yankee is completely ignoring all protocols.
I don't know if I want to answer the second part, but we'll do it. Ryan Cohen, what's up? I played hockey with a Ryan Cohen, so you're not him.
Whoa.
If you are, sup, Ryan.
Hi.
Which Yankee is wearing? Which Yankees? Glaber. Glaber probably has him decked out. It probably looks adorable as hell. You're probably like proud of it. Maybe a little
Like a
bedazzle.
fire.
Yeah.
Fire mask from Glaber.
Yeah. No, Chapman's got the fire mask. No,
Yeah,
Chapman's is all white, and that's obvious.
Like Chapman's is like crazy insane looking. Like he's got one of those like
leather
gas
straps
mask
with
kind
white
of looking things, all white, but it's technically like not even like the right thing. Like it's not appropriate for whatever reason.
It's like for sleep
The
apnea.
thing mauls. Yeah, Chappie's got a dope sleep apnea machine hooked up to him. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've got Ottavino wearing a mask. So how about that? Jake take.
I just read I was browsing our Twitter questions, and then I also read an update. This isn't about Yankees, Jake, but whatever. Quibi's having a terrible start, and they're blaming it on the pandemic.
Yeah.
Which is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
When screen time's up.
1,000,000,000%.
And you're dude, I can't believe Quibi. Like I just thought I wasn't the demographic. It's not something I was whatever. You know, they have Reno 911 coming out, and that's the first time like, fuck, maybe I'm gonna have to get Quibi.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't get it. They raised $1 billion.
Yeah.
$1 billion before doing anything. It's crazy. And they gave everyone free months. Like all the free trials are still going. And they're still in trouble.
It's an advertisement.
Damn. Crazy. All right. So who's not wearing a mask? Do we want to do that? Like, give me just like someone old.
I don't know. I think I would just say like when we talked to Luke Voigt, like it seemed like he was just chilling on his back patio. Like I think the Yankees, it's more like who would rather just chill at their house than go outside at all. And like Voiter seemed like he had a nice situation going on his patio.
Yeah, I think anyone in the country by themselves.
Guardy's fishing, yeah.
I went to my parents for the weekend, and it's I was like, in the backyard. It's like no one's around me. Do I have what is this? I don't know the rules. I don't know what to think. I'm usually very good at knowing what to think, or at least finding information and giving myself an informed opinion. That's kind of what the whole podcast is. And
getting your thought.
Yeah. And with this, like, I don't know what to think.
Yeah. It's
so
crazy. And the human mind like changes on it. It's a social study. Like we were saying with the word precedent before, it's truly is unprecedented. And there's no, there are right and wrongs, but there aren't right and wrongs. And I don't know, man. Crazy world.
So let's go Voigt on his farm. He's like chopping logs and shit. So not going to wear a mask while chopping logs. Yeah.
All right. How does the shortened season and whatever other restrictions you think there'll be affect in-game management? That comes from Jameson Klein on Twitter.
Thanks, JMO.
Well, That depends on roster construction. Like, are we going to get 30-man rosters? At one point, they were saying 40, which is crazy. It was just a rumor. They were saying.
I think it was said in this first proposal that it is 30, or did I dream that? I don't know.
I read somewhere 30, and then I read even upwards of more. So I don't know where. I don't know what I'm reading anymore, but I read that somewhere.
I mean, if this all happens to start off, obviously you're going to see pitchers on shorter limits. Like I wonder if they'd get rid of the the new reliever rule, where it's like you have the 3-batter minimum thing, just in case you run the risk of guys getting hurt. I don't know. Guys should be built up for 3 batters.
And it's also, I mean, every game is must win in any game season. So you probably, I mean, if teams are taking it seriously, you're not going to have a lot of those ditch days, those punt days.
And I think
Yankees had like one every 2 weeks.
Things that get me excited when I think about the season is guys that could potentially win awards and stuff, because that's going to be more open. I've done my MVP speech on here a few times. But also, I think there'd be like a 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, because every game does matter, but then it's going to hit a point where, like, okay, we're playing games, we're in the process of this, every game matters. And I think, that's the dream out of all of this. If everyone can stay safe, there could be this world with just intense baseball day to day. I'm going to cry. So we're a long way from that, but that's the dream.
It's a good dream. You can dream.
I dreamed a dream. Is that from a musical or something?
I'm dreaming of Jake's childhood.
So,
yep.
Thanks, David.
Question more about the proposal. I don't think there's any way they accept the revenue sharing plan. How much negotiation can go on before they just can the whole thing? So how long do you think negotiations?
Well, we're hard in posture mode right now of negotiations. And it's tough to, it's a tough place to start. Jake and I have found ourselves in a lot of negotiations since our podcast turned into a business, which turned into investors and turned into a lot of deals and shit. And, so they suck. I hate them. But it turns out I'm not bad at them because I don't give a fuck about a lot of things. And I think you have two sides here that don't give a fuck. You have two sides here that want to win more than they want to play baseball.
Yeah, and it for me, I jump into the movie scenes about it, but I don't want to say good guys and bad guys because you don't want to label people like that, but I think there's good guys and bad guys on each side. And and again, we're just talking financials, all the medical stuff, we get it. Are the good guys going to get loud at the table and say, hey, like, we need to just figure this out and let's be real? Or are the bad guys, the guy from Billy Madison with the laugh, going to come in the room and say, well, we don't need your baseball.
Revenue share. Weasel.
And hey, I not, and there could be Tony Clark on the player side. Again, I'm not smart enough and I don't get paid to be in that room. So I don't know if he's supposed to come off his high horse, even a little bit. So I don't know, but will the cooler heads prevail and try to do this in a safe, fun way that could be great for baseball? And maybe there's a time when we can look back in 10 years and say it was good for the country, it was great for the game, or are we going to look back and say this was devastating?
Dude, the devastating route is so devastating, especially with the CBA coming up.
And I shout out to our friend Ed. Ed's big sports guy. He we were sending around some tweets, and he just responded verbatim, baseball loves to ruin its own sport.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it, baseball.
Oh, yeah. I get what they're fighting for, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Try the deferred next, you know? We've run that around.
And I laughed. I
don't think we've explained that fully on Talkin Yanks.
Have we run the deferred past anyone that's told us a reason why it won't happen, Jake?
I don't think so. I know Plouffe said that they'd want interest on the money they're owed, which seems like a big groan in the room if that conversation actually happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that will happen. But the deferred is from Passan's article. It says, all the players that are still in arbitration or under team control, that they can get paid out in full because they're making less money. And the players with big contracts, you pay them what you can and defer the rest spread out through a couple of years so that temporarily it's down, but in the future it's not. I still understand the owner's argument would be like, well, that would still mean we're paying you for this season and we're not earning the same for this season.
Yeah.
So
it's tricky territory.
Just get creative.
Chicken catchatory.
Chicken catchatory. Do we have any more questions?
I think we got two more. First one, what's the weirdest Yankee branded thing you own, or you can say ever owned? I don't know if you still got it.
That's a good question. I'm probably gonna not name anything, but I want to say like a bottle opener.
Okay.
I've
got those Beanie Babies. I brought those 2 Beanie Babies into the office. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, those are cool. Where'd you get those from?
I think they were a gift. I think I was like real young, held on to them. Kind of proud of myself.
Beanie Babies, that's a good one. Like I definitely have a stuffed animal, probably a weird book. I like a beer bottle opener that went on my keychain. Branding's crazy, huh? Just put something on anything.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, we have flip-flops on the JOMBOY Media merch store, which I didn't know we had. Jake told me that while we were recording something the other day, and that's kind of funny.
Big time.
I ordered 5 mugs. I can't wait to get those.
Know how everyone's saying Cuomo sexy?
No.
Okay, next question.
Is that something that people are saying? I don't tune into the news.
Like, I think it's like a little bit of a running joke, but he's just like a well put together older Italian guy. Again, not getting into the politics of it. But like what like sexy Cuomo vibes? Just get older and get in better shape.
People are saying Cuomo sexy? Are you sure it's not a joke?
People are definitely saying it. I'm trying to figure out where the meme ends and truth begins.
It seems like an ironic thing.
But it's not ironic. I mean, the guy's not ugly. You know what I'm saying?
It comes from a place of truth.
No, he's worn down. Like, he's clearly. His brother's...
Really?
His brother's an attractive version of him.
No, I'm with BBD on this.
Cuomo looks like he's been put through the ringer.
No, obviously.
I know. So it's hard to be sexy when it looks like, you're tired all the time.
Damn.
He looks like he rubs his head like this whenever there's not a camera on. Oh, just need a water and a coffee. That's all.
Okay.
But was that the question?
That's all then.
How did we get there?
We got there.
Okay.
Jake kind of just asked that one on his own.
He popped up on the TV, and I don't know. I'm just not feeling sexy lately.
Okay. All right.
And think I got one more. It comes from Zach Freeburn in the chat.
Freeburn.
Freeburn.
You get 10 pitches off any Yankees pitcher. Let's just say the guys right now. Who would you make contact with, or most likely to make contact with? Not get a hit, but
lean in Hap.
Ooh.
You got a good guessing opportunity, and it's not the fastest of the fastballs.
Right.
If Nestor was still around, I'd choose Nestor.
Oh, you don't want Nestor, bro.
I don't want Hap either.
I think Nestor puts you in a spin cycle out there.
That's true. Nestor. Yeah, I'll take Hap. It would give me the guy who throws the most amount of pitches, the most amount of time.
I think this is one of those kind of reverse questions. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's Chapman.
Yeah.
Fastball, slider, 50-50 shot.
Yeah, you're not hitting that fastball if you know it's coming.
I think it's one of those, like, you're looking for a miracle either way, so you might as well go for the big miracle.
Okay. That would be if we did this and I got I didn't get a hit versus Hap, and then you squeaked out like a bleeder versus Chapman, I'd look like a little bitch for not even choosing Chapman.
Right.
So I get what you're saying. But Hap's my choice if Jake's not playing that card. If I have to man up and get out from Chapman just to prove I'm not a bitch, I'll do it.
Do you think you could keep your feet set in the box?
No.
Seeing the first Chapman fastball? I don't either.
No way.
No.
I think I'd walk in there like my body would want me to jump out,
Oh, yeah.
Even before the pitch is throwing, just like when I look up at him. Fuck that.
Yeah, I think I'd get like happy feet and then get out of the box.
Yeah. Never mind.
No thanks.
Yeah. No thank you at all. Someone in the chat, Mr. Pizza Face, who's always in here, says, Can I hear y'all all-time Yankee team, or do you guys not like that stuff? I don't like that stuff because I'll give it out and I'll half-ass it because, like, you have to really crunch numbers, and then people will have very hard opinions about my opinion, which was a soft opinion. So you get hard opinions on your soft opinion, and it's like, oh, man. And then they turn your soft opinion into a hard opinion because you got to counter their hard opinion. And it's like, well, I didn't care about this. But we'll do it. I got Yogi behind the dish. There's like the five you have to go. Like, Yogi's behind the dish. Jeter's at short. Ruth's in right field. Mantle's in center. And we'll move DiMaggio to left. I think you need that, right?
Is Cano like a sneaky lock at second?
Probably. Numbers-wise, Tony Laz ain't bad. Oh, Gehrig's a lock at first base also. So you're almost there. So what do we need?
Almost there.
Second and third?
You need a third baseman.
A-Rod.
What?
A-Rod.
A-Rod.
That's A-Rod, easily.
If he's illegal, then it's, I don't know, Nettles or someone like that. I don't know.
It's A-Rod.
Right. I'm saying if you took A-Rod off because he's illegal.
Because steroids?
Yeah. You got it.
I don't know who it would be then. What if you move like Ruth to DH? You want another outfielder out there.
Okay.
Or who would you put at DH?
The
other third base options are Nettles, Boyer, Red Rolf, and A-Rod.
Love Red Rolf. Yeah, I don't know. All the good guys. And then it starts going into their career with the Yankees, or is it their best season ever? Because, Gary Sheffield had a huge year.
Got to be with the Yankees. Tony Laz is a good answer for second base, but I think Cano's better. Cano with the Yankees, his numbers were insane.
I think Robbie's historic. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. In Cano's,
I think Willie Randolph's still all-time leader in a lot of stuff.
Willie.
Willie. In Cano's 8 seasons with the Yankees. Yeah, 9 seasons with the Yankees. He has a 126 OPS plus, a 309 batting average, and 860 OPS. MVP votes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight seasons. MVP votes in 6 out of 9 seasons.
I tell you what, I'd try to get Bernie in there somehow. Not shy about it either.
He'd be a great bench coach.
I think maybe you could even DH him. I don't know.
Switch hitting DH.
Or maybe you put Bernie out there, you DH Babe.
How Baseball Reference has Cano's pronunciation guide is not how I'd have it. They have it as K-A-H, Ka, and then N-O-H, no. I get that part. But why do you need the H at the end? Why can't you just say N-O? Cano. That's not how you say it.
Cano.
Cano. Not how I'd do it.
Maybe
Baseball Reference.
Maybe I am not well versed in many things. Pronunciation up there on the list.
Yeah. Nickname Robbie. I think we did it. I think I'm pretty happy with my team too. A-Rod, Jeter, Cano, Gehrig, Mantle, DiMaggio, Ruth, Berra behind the dish.
It's a good team.
Ricky Henderson on the bench to steal some bags.
Mariano out of the pen.
Mariano out of the pen. Yeah. Gidry in 78 on the bump.
It probably does get pretty ridiculous if you do like best guy single season on the Yankees. Because like I said, Gary Sheffield, I think he finished second in the MVP one year. Reggie Jackson might have a number up there, right?
Yeah, we did this with the pitchers the other day or a couple episodes ago.
Can Posada try to get behind the dish? I don't think so.
Sheffield's MVP season isn't even as good as Judge's 2017. So,
and that's where it gets fun too. I think
Judge's 2007. If you do single season, Judge's 2017 is up there.
Yeah, Maris,
Raja, ya bum. Back-to-back MVPs for Roger Maris on the Yankees.
Not bad. Doesn't get talked about a lot.
People hated him. Oh, what a bunch of assholes. Yeah, he never had an OPS that started with a 1.
Soft.
What a bum. How did he hit 61 homers that year? How did guys do that? Like, there's no steroids there. He never even had 40 in another year. You know what I mean?
It's part of why you said you love this sport earlier, Jim.
He only had 2 seasons where he had more than 30. And he only
changed the baseball a little bit.
He only had 6 seasons where he had more than 20. But there's one where he had
good hacks.
61. It's insane.
Stop boozing.
One of my favorite Bond stats is that he only had 150 homer season.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's how consistent he was.
Bunch of 40s.
Don't make me go to Barry Bonds Baseball Reference. You almost just made me do that. No,
we got to wrap it.
You almost made me do that, BBD. That was rude of you. That's that's one of the biggest time sucks on the internet.
Interviews will now be the later in the week episode. Voicemails will now be the earlier in the week episode. So when you have 2.5 beers, maybe you're feeling low, maybe you're feeling great, call in. The Talkin Yanks hotline is 918-918-9181.
That's not the phone number. But
what was it again? Did I get it wrong?
There's the first part to it. Okay.
908-845-5792.
5792. I beat BBD to it.
Chad Green, Florial. Spring training.
Yeah. Chad Green, Roger Maris, Derek Jeter. So, to recap this episode, baseball is in a dangerously sad place. A lot of other stuff. Quibi was a bad idea from the jump because people want to use their phone while they watch TV. They don't want to watch TV on their phone. So dumb, just a bad concept from the jump. And see you later. Go Yanks.
And yes, send any good Instagram ads you see to BBD if like it's something you're thinking about buying, and have a conversation with him about it.
Why is he getting hooked on Instagram ads?
Could.
No, but I guess I'm about to.
Oh, okay,
I'd have
great.
a bunch sent to me.
You know what my Instagram ads are? They're nothing but bullshit ways to like solve drain clogging in the kitchen and the shower. Like all these like magnetic hooks and like this like snake drill, and maybe you can put the little drain on the corner of the sink. It's like, I didn't know this was a problem in my life, but certainly it is because Instagram knows, and they're always right.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah. I think Katie just whispers into my phone, new drains all night. Drains.
Drain me.
Okay, come on.
What did I say? Think about what I said.
Come on about it. All right.
About what I said.
Come on. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.